If you've seen my old Toyota video, then you've probably been waiting for the follow-up for a while. Today's your lucky day, because that's what we got for you. Stay tuned, we got you. Alright guys, how about a quick review? It's been quite a few years since I made my original video of this truck. What I want to explain is what I have and why it's there. This is a propane regulator. It gets boost reference from this hose. It comes in under the mixer. The mixer functions as your carburetor. This kind of functions more like a fuel pump in a way. What they do is they keep about 7 psi balance here between the two, and they use springs for that. On both ends of the truck I have solenoids, similar to how your solenoid works, only this one's made for propane. Again though, it's non-polarity, so you provide it voltage and ground, and that solenoid opens, it's naturally closed. Through the cooling system, we want to actually warm the regulator to keep it from freezing up. It will ice. Propane is a refrigerant. Alright, I've gone over the mixer and regulator. In my other video, I call this part a doodad. I don't know why, it slipped my mind at the time. It's a throttle cable adapter, which I'd already made for the 2-barrel Holley base plate. And then the throttle cable didn't exactly meet up to the original Holley 2-barrel throttle plate assembly. And so that's why these two parts are made out of aluminum, sandwiched together. It's slotted for the cable to go into. I don't know if the camera will focus today. There we go. It is slotted for the cable to go into. Alright. What I also have on this motor is a 20R head, because it's much more responsive to modifications than the 22R head. It's a pre-emission cylinder head. I was pretty happy with running it already before the propane kit was installed, so it's safe. Let's back off a little bit. Got a little small turbo here. I put a heat shield on it. Turbo and manifold were given to me for doing some work on somebody else's Toyota when I installed their clutch for them. They gave me their turbo and turbo manifold, and this piece here I joked about. It's already got, I think that's a Volvo BOV, some sort of European car blow-off valve. He'd already mated it up to this piece of PVC pipe, and since propane is a refrigerant, I just did a short run straight across the top of the motor. This thing hasn't been driven on the road. The little bit it did get driven, I did not have any sort of overheating problems, pinging problems, anything like that. Propane is naturally about 115 octane and retains its octane rating so long as you have pressure in your tank and don't leak out your propane. Also have an MSD blaster coil. Still have the original coil on the firewall here, or on the fender. I've capped it. I do keep a spare plug. I do keep a spare coil wire that fits this coil, because one's a male coil and the other one's a female connector. But I do keep it in the truck, so if I do have a coil failure, I could swap back to the original ignition module and original Toyota coil. What else do we need to know? Here we also have a sensor for the boost gauge that's inside the vehicle on the dash. Earlier today I had to go ahead and add fluids to both the brake and clutch masters. I suspect the brake is leaking at the rear, the proportioning valve basically as you brake, if the rear tires start lifting from the ground, it adjusts how much rear brake you get so your rear tires don't skid and pass up the front tires. way before ABS, guys. The clutch, I think I put a new clutch in recently, so I imagine some air bubbles bled out. I don't think I have a leak in the clutch. It was only a little bit down. Looks like my air filter has come off the turbo, which is fine. We need to get in here and inspect the turbo. We still haven't, oh, no play. That thing was brand new, that's right. Don't have vacuum advance anymore because we're boosted. It does have some mechanical advance. What I intend to do is put the fuel injected fixed distributor on and an MSD 6AL, I believe it is. The MSD programmable ignition.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to wrench every day. Please like, subscribe, and share with all of your buddies. And as usual, y'all behave. We'll catch you in the next one.